Well, we are live, back with the K&D, baby. Back with the K&D. This is KSO with my boy Davy.
Yeah.
We out here chilling like a
chilling, tired of
Scoot over, son. Can you scroll a little bit? Thanks. Yeah. I feel great. How was your day today?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Just the rain was ridiculous.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated it. I had to dig all damn day. Looking for a electrical wire. Playing an electrician isn't fun, Davey.
Yeah.
Playing an electrician isn't fun, especially when you're digging around looking for
so
a wire that's
dicking around all day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dicking around now.
Laying pipe. You know how it is when you're roughing it out.
Yep.
Anyway, what you got for me today, son? What you got for me?
Well,
because you seemed eager today in the morning, son. What's going on with you?
Eager?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. You could go
or
first.
Or did you just hit your goose too hard in the morning? Are you excited?
I didn't even... You didn't even what? I didn't even beat my meat this morning. I don't beat my meat.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't do that stuff. Try to stay clean of it.
Nice.
Nice and, like to keep it nice and simple.
Oh, my fucking hands hurt so bad. From digging, dog. Just from digging all damn day.
Digging around all day?
Shit, bro, if you knew. If you only knew, motherfucker. If only you So, I got some good stuff. Actually. Because, some new stuff resurfaced. And, Alex Jones, which a lot of people may not like his... I don't know if you know who Alex Jones is.
I don't know who Alex Jones is. I do know who he is.
He is a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, that's yours over there. He's a conspiracy theorist. Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Oh. KSO threw the table at me earlier. Spilled the beer on me. That up, dude.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bud. Here, catch.
Man, my arms are really, really tired today, though.
Oh, quit being a bitch.
You were just talking about how your arms were fucking tired, motherfucker. So who's really the bitch here, you or me?
I believe you are. But I got something for you. So, Alex Jones, this motherfucker always comes with conspiracy theories and he says things. But, according to this video from a long time ago, it's from an FBI agent. He posted it, and I want to show you it.
I'd hear him say this stuff 25, 30 years ago. I thought he was nuts. Except I kept researching and finding it was true. A little short clip, resurfaced on Twitter, where he lays out every damn thing that was going to go down. Joe, former FBI agent, head of the Los Angeles sector, Ted Gunderson, says the Bilderberg, this is in 1996, and New World Order Illuminati is behind all of the heinous crimes against humanity. Here's the clip.
I personally investigated the Oklahoma City bombing case. A huge cover-up. Jack Kennedy's assassination, huge cover-up. Bobby Kennedy's assassination, huge cover-up. World Trade Center, huge cover-up. Okay, terrorism. They're using it as an excuse to take away our constitutional rights and our civil liberties. The Illuminati, Bilderberg, New World Order, globalists are the element behind this. It dovetails into the satanic movement, and this movement has infiltrated into our intelligence community, the once great FBI and the CIA.
Then 3 years ago they released the finder's case emails. The FBI released thousands of pages, and everything told me about that was true. Ted Gunderson, man.
Yeah.
So that means, Davey, 9/11 was planned. John F. Kennedy was assassinated. His son was assassinated. His brother was assassinated. Meaning...
Martin Luther King?
Yes. Meaning
assassinated?
We've been we've been going through this fucking conspiracy theory of people that supposedly, we've never, that it's terrorism coming against the United States, but really, it could be the United States creating terrorism in the United States to get their fucking agenda through, which is scary to me. I think that's scary. If they're willing to sacrifice millions and thousands of people, bro.
Willing, they do it all the time.
Because
with chemtrails and
that's what I'm saying. Do you know what goes on with those Gwen Towers?
Gwen Towers?
Do you know what Gwen Towers are? Oh my god. So I guess those Gwen Towers, these Gwen Towers, Davey, they're towers that read frequencies that come out of your fucking mind. Because your mind creates frequencies. Your brain creates frequencies. They're starting to read our frequencies that we make from our brains.
Damn.
Crazy shit. And I'll show you a video of it because I posted it. Their frequencies. Watch. Let me look it up right here. And they're called Gwen Towers, bro. And guys that are installing this, they have no idea, bro. They're called Gwen Towers.
Hey, I was just wondering, these are called Gwen Towers, right? What? Gwen Towers? Yeah, Gwen. These bad boys? I'm not sure what they're called. Damn, I want to take a picture of it. Oh, you're working on them? You don't know You guys don't even know? Well, I'm kind of a new guy. Okay. No, that's cool. I just wondered, because check it out. I know of this method. It's called U.S. Patent 5356368 method, an apparatus for inducing desired state of consciousness, bro. Like, they're downloading brain waves from these emissions. They're literally downloading thoughts onto our minds with these frequency towers, bro. And it's a government
I don't know,
patent.
okay, so this seems
it's
a little...
government patent US 5356368.
I feel skeptical.
It's crazy, huh?
But we don't fucking
That's
know,
crazy.
bro.
It's just, we wanna know,
Everything
like, we
fucks
know
with us, bro.
Gwen Towers.
Even the charging your phone. Charging your phone and having it even near you. Bro, it's like having direct power to you.
No, it's not exactly like...
Dog.
Basically, what your phone does is it's grounded out on the inside. So when you stick it into there, it will emit just a little bit of power.
Yeah.
But either
What do
way,
you
your
think
phone emits radio waves, though. So it doesn't matter. Everything emits radio waves. So
Exactly.
either way, you're getting some type of radioactive
Exactly. But
pulse.
they're
or something,
realizing
you know?
with this 5G, it's creating bigger, like, I guess bigger waves that we are not used to. Yeah, we had 4G, we had all kinds of other shit. And it
You're
wasn't
just
as...
saying, like, the technology is just too much for us, basically?
Yes. Like, these brain waves, or whatever they're sending, whatever it's doing, it's not meant to be... We're not meant to have that going on with us constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously making people have headaches, like that, bro. Like, giving people migraines.
Just making people feel bad, basically.
Not well when they're around those
like, is this when they're actually around the 5G towers?
Yes.
Or?
Yes. Which is weird.
I feel like I kind of believe that, but at the same time, like, I don't. But like, it's
hard.
hard.
I'm not saying. I'm just.
You're not saying it's true.
Yeah, I'm
but
not
you're
saying it's true, but I'm not saying that it's not.
You're just
true.
saying, like, it's like
what the fuck?
If it is happening,
yeah, like, what the fuck is going on? Because that, like, why is it? And I've seen, like, even on these ports. The other day, we were parked next to these electrical things, these battery that you could plug in your car. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, Davey, green. Everything else, except for where the posts were for the electrical cars. Bro.
Really?
Everything, the grass, bro, it was dead. It was just dirt. It wasn't even grass anymore.
Are you sure that they didn't just install those electrical things?
Nah.
They just dug it up.
It was a mall. It was over there in Aurora Mall.
Really?
Yes. I was like, what the going on
could you imagine if that gave harm to, like, plants and grass and animals.
Obviously, he's not doing something good. Dude, everything was dead. Even the bush.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they just put it next to a
Dead-ass
dead-ass bush. But why would it be dead? If it's the machines.
Yeah,
look
they
brand
would have
new,
put
dude.
new grass there. They would have put new grass.
Everything looks brand new, Dave. The fucking electrical thing, everything looks brand new. My boss was the one that pointed it out. He's like, it's like, huh? You would think everything around there is fucking green, right? They just put those motherfuckers in. And I was like,
I feel like I do believe what you're saying, like about the 5G towers, is somewhat. Like, obviously, it's giving out some type of wave and shit, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't believe is that, like, you know, it started coronavirus. When people were saying that, remember? Like, oh, it started coronavirus. How the fuck is that going to start coronavirus?
That was made in a lab in China, Wuhan. We know who you did it. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, KSO got the vaccine and shit, and he was feeling terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of the vaccine. I don't condone it, and if you do, good for you. You know, maybe it works for you and your family. Maybe someone that in your family that really did need it and it helped them.
But
good for you.
Yeah,
but
some
for
people,
me, for me, it did not work at all. It honestly messed up my efficiency to work out for a while. I was not feeling myself for a while. I was feeling very weak, and honestly, that's just a small portion of what happened to me during those things. I was like having like hard problems, like just like
I remember
running.
Yeah, KSO
just,
couldn't. He was like having
like,
a hard time breathing too.
like
It was,
even
like,
just
weird.
doing just like working hard would like keep like I would felt like I was like holy f-. I felt just out of breath. It felt like I was just not right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was like that for a year and a half, bro. Before I started feeling like, all right, I feel better. And I started playing soccer again, and I started shit because I was like, I need to do something. But I felt like that shit decayed me so bad, Davey, that it was like not even funny. Like that shit.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really get the vaccine like at all because, well, one of the reasons, like it was crazy. Like one of the reasons I didn't really go back to school was because you had to get the vaccine to go back to school. Like you had to get vaccinated with the COVID shot to go back to school.
Holy
if not,
shit.
stay on your computer. So basically, I stood on my computer for
So
2
you were
years.
one
Obviously, I
of, you
graduated.
were one of the Republican kids, huh, Davey?
I'm not a Republican.
He's like, I'm not going in.
I'm not a
going
Democrat
in.
either, bro.
I ain't wearing a mask.
Yeah, they were trying to make us wear masks and
Yeah.
shit. Bro, the
I'm
masks
just
are
joking
not
about
doing
the
nothing.
Republican shit, dude. The other podcast, I'm like, me and Davey are Republicans.
Nah, I don't know what I am, to be honest with you.
I'm very centrist, bro. Like, I'm very in between. Like, there's things that I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in the right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying?
So, let's see what else I wanted to talk about. So, I did share this post on our Facebook page. Let me see your phone. And it's talking about how...
Go to the fuck.
So, the
Computer,
Clintons...
so we can see it here.
The Clintons, they funded this organization that basically they made an administration about the election and how to boost certain ratings for certain people and how to manipulate people's minds with commercials and stuff like that. They learned how to manipulate minds, and they set up a whole program for it to basically try to rig the election. Like they were saying that the 2016 election was rigged.
So, Trump's election.
Yeah, they were basically saying that they wanted a different person to win, but they couldn't get a different person to win.
Well, you know what's crazy?
Because
there was this picture.
they didn't want Trump to win at all,
There was a
bro.
new picture on the where there's a picture, Dave, in the New York Times
Yeah.
where it says Hillary Clinton, new president, and it was on the cover.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think they tried to rig it, but it didn't. It went
failed.
south.
Yeah. And I think they did everything in their power to get Trump out. And
They did everything.
Everything that he says. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some shit that I disagreed with him at first, but there's things that now that I'm seeing what's going on, and I feel like there's a lot of people just pushing for nothing but mayhem. What seems like nothing but mayhem. Like, people are literally searching for what is destruction now. Like, it seems like the United States is dying. It's sad, but it really feels like it.
Yeah, it does.
The 4th of July is coming up, and it feels like nobody's in spirit of being an American. It's so sad. I literally asked someone, hey, what are you guys doing this 4th of July? Oh, we're probably just staying home. You know, not really much that big of a deal. Like, the fuck isn't. It's always been a big deal. I get it. The Juneteenth and stuff, all that stuff. You know, people believe that Juneteenth is the real day or whatever. But this has been celebrated for years and decades and decades and centuries.
You know what one of these songs said that I was listening to was Big X the Plug?
What is it?
He's all, you motherfuckers roaches and I'm a pilgrim. And I was like, whoa!
Damn.
What a fire bar.
Well.
Yeah,
so you were
but
saying...
I feel like the election is rigged, though. Because certain ways, there's no way that we have AI and all that stuff. I feel like there's no way that the computer could put out all those votes from us and not spew out something that's not incorrect.
Go to YouTube, and there's a video of The Simpsons, and it's voter fraud. Simpsons voter fraud.
I think I've seen this before.
And it's a video of it when he's like pressing the button for the one he wants, and it's choosing someone else. It's choosing the one he doesn't want. By the way, we got hit with the strike for saying that for misinformation, saying that the Simpsons aren't really predicting stuff. But in all honesty, everything that they've said has come to...
They even predicted...
to reality.
There's even
it's just weird,
that
bro.
sub that went missing with the Titanic. There's a video of them predicting that.
Choose our leaders. Isn't that what we have the Supreme Court for?
If you're gonna vote, we'll need some photo ID.
But I lived here all my life.
Stopping all Americans from voting is for the protection of all Americans.
But I'm a 40-year-old white guy who didn't go to college and gets all his news from monitors at gas stations.
In you go.
Barack Obama, I don't know. I already got one wife telling me to eat healthy. Plus, he promised me death panels and Grandpa's still alive. Mitt Romney? I hear he wears magic underpants. I expect the leader of the free world to go commando. Plus, his horse totally choked at the Olympics. On the other hand, he did invent Obamacare.
Thank you for voting for Mitt Romney. You may now see his tax returns.
Wow, medical deduction for personality implant. He's got 6 wives, all named Anne. The government paid him taxes for 5 years. I've got to tell the press.
You are now being outsourced.
Oh, I hate being sucked into tubes. Well, at least I got a steady job.
Go! Go!
Safety nets, nigga. So people don't kill themselves.
That's crazy.
The fact that they're even posting that. Why would they even say that? Why would they even bring that up? The fact is that I think the Illuminati uses
Subliminal messages.
exactly on cartoons. Anything that is gonna go under the radar. They could even fuck
Mainstream
comedian.
media
They
too.
could even have a comedian do a bit about it. They're like, oh, we want you to do a bit about this, without the comedian knowing, obviously.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So, you know what the U.S. government would do? Okay, so you know like these big Hollywood movies and like about, like for example, Maverick?
Yes.
So basically, what they would do is they would let them borrow their jets, their $1 million, $1 billion equipment, you know? They'd let them borrow these jets. And they let them borrow them, but they would ask them
Who's
they
they?
could. The U.S. Army. Like everything. The U.S. Army, Marines, all of it. They wrote a signed contract that if they could use their equipment and their airplanes and their jets, their $1 billion equipment, that if they used it, what was that? That if they used it, they could rewrite their script if they want to. So if they didn't like something in the movie and they didn't think that it was correct, they'd take it out. And in one of the movies, they were talking about a U.S. torture chamber.
Oh, fuck.
And they were talking about U.S. people getting tortured to get information out. And the CIA
or
said
people
that they
using torture to get information for the U.S.
Yeah. And they said that the CIA didn't want that in the movies.
Well, you know damn well that happens.
Yeah, definitely. On some Trevor shit.
That happens for real. Like it or not.
It has to.
Like it or not.
It's the best way to get information.
Hell yeah, I'd torture your ass.
Hey, that's too far, dude.
Alright, sorry. Well, then you'd help my ass fucking torture some other...
I wouldn't torture anybody, that's pretty
Nah. It'd be fun taking someone's teeth out.
Unless I'm getting $1 million
What if
for
you're
it?
just like
Too
pulling
much
this
work.
mother tooth out like...
Like on GTA when they
Yeah.
when they
Just
get
hitting them with the electrical mother. Yeah. You like that? Imagine.
Yeah, that was a little gay, dude. You like that? Yeah, you like that? You like that?
That's how you sound. That's how you sound, son.
A quarter of a podcast without any video.
They're gonna see it. You don't need to tell
So
it. They're gonna see it.
that episode, just know KSO was the problem with that.
No.
That was all his fault, and I blame
See,
him.
Davey-
You blame him too. Anyways, let's get back on topic.
What's up? And now we have to redo a whole pod.
No, it was
Most
mainly
likely.
KSO's phone.
Most likely because it's Dave's fault.
No.
Anyway.
Fuck you, dude. So, now KSO's got me off track and shit.
No. Keep going what you were saying. Come on. Remember.
So,
You piece of shit. Just joking.
so these large companies, they would have to. So in Maverick, you know how the two guys on there are like close or whatever, and they're good friends. Well, in that movie, they wanted to make him gay, and they didn't make him gay because the CIA said that you can't love anybody in the U.S. military. Like if you're in a U.S. military, providence, you're not allowed to date anybody on your team. And on top of that, so what they would do is if they didn't like the script, they wouldn't even write you back. They wouldn't.
So they were
clarify
trying to make
anything.
him gay?
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise was going to be a little joto?
Yeah. That's how the movie was written the first time.
Dave.
Yeah.
That's a little rough.
That's how it was written the first time, but they said you can't do that.
Wow. And who came up with this bull?
Who?
Yeah.
The American government.
Damn. America! Yeah! Oh, Dave. We gotta listen to this song, dude. It's called Voodoo Child.
I know, I've heard it before.
I want you to play it.
I can't play it, we'll get strike down for it.
They can't hear it. They'll look it up. But we're gonna look it up right now. We're gonna listen to it.
We can't listen to it on the pod,
God.
dude.
You
They'll
can
strike
cut
us
it out.
down.
You can cut it out. God. God.
It was buzzing already.
Oh, I'm buzzing. You know what? All I gotta say is that we've been going through some these past years, especially with all this money going up, all this food. Dude, they're fucking throwing away eggs.
I know.
Meat.
Millions and billions
And then
of
they're
eggs.
fucking selling live fucking meat. Now,
Oh, yeah, and that's what they said. The submarine distracted people from the
yeah,
lab.
from that live meat. And now now they're gonna be selling that to everybody. Now I'm afraid.
Sorry, you got a little voice crack there.
No, it's because I was about
yeah,
to burp.
I'm a little afraid too of this lab-grown meat. Like, what are they using to make this?
How are we gonna fuck?
How are we gonna consume it? I know I want cow. I like to eat fucking. Like I told my girlfriend, if we had a farm, right? When I get older, when I have a farm and we have a cute ass cow, I'm gonna feed that cow so much that I'm gonna kill it and I'm gonna eat it like we're supposed to do.
Even if his name is Tom.
Tom's gonna be Tomlicious, dude. I could cut that up and save it in my freezer for a year.
You're right. I mean, dude, I love cattle. You know, that's probably what we're gonna have to do nowadays, since everything's gonna be so.
Imagine a cow that looked like Harley, dude. How good that would taste.
All hairy and like just
fluffy and all pretty looking.
Oh man,
a Barbara cow.
That'd be rough. That would be rough. So look, I wanted to show you something that these motherfuckers are doing, Davey. And your daddy Bill Gates is in it.
Oh, I seen that.
He's all in that mother.
He's
all in. Not only the fucking lab fucking meat, but the weather. Yeah, he's doing some weather shit. He is dimming the sun. You know what he's doing? He's setting
the sun
clouds up, like with the machine, creating clouds, making it so that the rays.
Where'd you hear this?
Hit back in the sun. I have a video of it. Don't worry, I got a video of it. It hits back. Go to our page. It hits back up into the atmosphere.
He's not doing it yet, but he wants to.
Otherwise, but that's in plans. Wait.
A Bill Gates venture aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. What could go wrong?
Dude, it's called global fucking cooling, bro. Ice Age.
This is 2 years ago. Microsoft's billionaire founder Bill Gates is financially backing the development of sun-dimming technology that would potentially reflect sunlight out of Earth's atmosphere, triggering a global cooling effect. Why the fuck do we want the world to go cold and freeze again?
Ice Age.
I don't get it.
Listen to this. They're gonna recreate They're gonna try to recreate the resurrection of God. They're gonna try to fake so many people out, Davey.
I don't understand. Okay, they say they want our world to be cold, and they want it to be a certain temperature, but our world has never been.
I want you to see this.
Could blocking out the sun actually help reduce the temperature down here on Earth? Let me show you what I mean. For instance, you could have material pumped into our stratosphere. That material could reflect the sun's rays or solar energy all the way back to the sun, meaning that we down here are kept cooler.
Bill Gates thinks of himself as God, in control of the solar system. And that's why Bill Gates is now backing something called sun-dimming technology that would reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, causing global cooling.
Holy fuck.
Harvard University, its scientists are testing that technology by spewing calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere.
Calcium carbonate?
They're already doing it.
What is calcium carbonate?
Look it up. The fact that
they're chemtrails. I know that's what they gotta be. What is calcium carbonate mainly used for? Inorganic salt primarily used in the management and treatment of low calcium conditions, GERD, and various other indicated conditions. It is classified as a calcium supplement, anti-acid, and phosphate binder. So, I mean, it's not bad for us what they're putting in the air, but at the same time, how do they know what they're releasing into the air can't help our lungs? Like, I'm not understanding, like, with everything that's going on already, and they want us to not drive our fucking cars, and they want us to go electrical.
David, do you understand how long it takes for a car to fully charge?
No.
A car to fully charge, it takes at least 3 hours. Free car. Meaning...
And I'm running late to work, I gotta go get gas. You want me to fucking get there and charge
Meaning,
my car
if
for 3
you need to
hours?
charge your goddamn car and you don't have a garage, and you live like you do now with your parents, you'd have to get someone to install a port long enough
I
to
could
reach
install
to
a
your
port.
car. Yes,
I know how to do
you
it.
could. You could. Maybe,
Just hook
no,
that-
you couldn't do it.
Yeah, I would
your
just have
bitch
to
ass
run a
couldn't do
cable.
it. No, you would have to call Levi and be like, Levi, I need your help.
No, Levi doesn't
Levi,
know how to run no
I
fucking thing.
need your help.
I'd have to put a,
Secure Connect. We need your help. Shout out to Secure Connect. Those are the boys. And part of the
Yeah.
boys.
That's the company I used to work for. That's
It's
Josh
the boys. Nah, say it.
It's the boys.
It's
Yep,
the
it is
boys.
the boys.
It's the boys.
Man, I was sad on my last day, you know, but you know, it is what it is. Start
Davy's
crying.
mess is in. David.
So basically, right now, I'm an electrician, but before I used to do low volt.
Man.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'll finish what I was saying though. I'm an electrician now. I used to be a low volt electrician, and I used to run data cable, which was like Cat 6 and Cat 5 and all that. And I'd run
Bullshit.
communication cable.
Yeah. I'm just joking. I've been doing that fucking high voltage. That ain't no fucking joke.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, constantly.
and so
I'm just like, can I touch that? And he's like, I want to touch that if I were you.
you can't touch anything that has to do with
Well,
wires. at all.
now I've learned that you can. You just got to be careful.
If
Whenever
you're doing that, you need to
deep
get
down-
yourself a meter.
well, we
to
have
test
a meter.
it.
I have a meter. I have everything now, so we're good. I'm golden. I'm learning how to do that shit. The first day I fucking did that shit, I grabbed the fucking. There's this port right here, right? And there's power on it, and it's a bulb. And I go like this to take off the power. Zap! Just big zap. Right away. And my boss looks at me, he's like, did it get ya? I'm like, why didn't you tell me it's fucking on? He's like, I needed to tell you. That's what I was going to do. You touch it and realize, you see what that is? Then I was like, what was that, motherfucker? Fucking power? He's like, yeah, power. It's like, you... Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I fucking...
Oh.
He's cool as fuck. Old man, he's 60 years old. He's a cool ass man, dude. He was telling me today, Davey, you know where he worked? The U.S. Embassy in Germany.
Wow. The embassy, huh?
Do you know what happened, Davey?
Snowden. He leaked everything.
No, well,
I'm just
that's-
kidding.
That's crazy that you talk about Snowden, because Snowden was part of what we were talking about. He
But wait,
said
finish talking about
the
your boss
terrorism.
working at the U.S.
Anyway,
Embassy.
that's what I was going to come back to. He went down there, Davey, and he was talking about where he worked at was 2 blocks away from where Hitler's bunker was at.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
He said that he went down there.
To Hitler's bunker?
Yes. Look up. I want you to look up the first concentration camp in Germany. He worked there too, Dave. He said it was the worst fucking place. What is it called?
Dashu. Holocaust
Dashu.
Encyclopedia.
I think it's called...
Hold on, I want to get this right though. I don't want to piss anybody
It's called
off.
It's called something
March 22nd, 1933, Nazi Germany opens up its first company. Yeah, it's Dashu.
No, there's another one.
It says
not
it's
what
for-
it's called. It's
look
not
at-
the first. Yeah, that's probably the actual
It's
first
first
one.
regular concentration
Yeah, that's
camp.
probably the actual first one. But
That's what it says, KSO.
look up the S. It's called S. It's called. I could text him, honestly. I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna text him right now. And be like, hey Jeff, I need the name of the. What's the name of the first?
Sashu, German, pronounced Sachsenhausen.
That's it,
or
bro.
Sachsenhausen, Oregon was a German Nazi concentration camp.
Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. That's what it was called.
Saskatchewan. Used for 1936 until April of 1945, shortly before the defeat of Nazi Germany in May later that year. It mainly held political prisoners throughout World War II.
Auschwitz was replicated after this. You know what Auschwitz was, right? Auschwitz was one of the biggest concentration camps.
Really?
Yes. So
Damn.
he told me that when he went over there is everything, Davy, that, like, all the deaths were ruled as natural causes.
Wait. You're saying the deaths of what?
The Jewish people, bro. All these Jewish people that died in the concentration camps were ruled out death by natural causes.
Let's see.
It's crazy. No matter what, they ruled them as natural causes.
So, they ruled them as natural causes probably because Hitler was so into his speech and how he could talk to people in order to get political power.
Oh yeah,
He probably gained their trust.
Have you seen videos of him
all
giving
methed
speeches?
out? Have you seen him all methed out?
When he's tweaking and he's just
yeah, like what the is
he's
going
rocking
on
in
there?
his chair and it looks like he's grabbing his and shit. Yeah, bro, I seen all that. Beer time.
Yeah.
Beer time. Let's go.
I'm trying to look up KSO's thing to make sure he's correct about this, dude. Were Holocaust deaths ruled as a natural cause? The Holocaust was the genocide of European Jews during World War II between 1941 and 1945. It went on for fucking that long? They were just... How did they
had the Olympics there, David. And they didn't find out.
They didn't find out about the camps during the
No.
Olympics? So,
The Nazi stuff was going on.
How long did it take them
during
to
the Olympics
figure out that he had these camps?
It took a while. You should look up when it happened, because I don't know. But it took a while for them to realize when he actually was taking these people down and killing them, and he actually find out. He was Jewish too, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
In 1942, the U.S. Department confirmed that the Nazi Germany planned to murder all the Jews in Europe. The information was reported widely in the American press. There was a fast-growing humanitarian and refugee crisis across Europe during World War II. Nevertheless, the United States and the other Allied forces prioritized the military defeat of Nazi Germany and the other Axis powers. In January 1944, President Franklin D. Roosevelt established the War Refuge Board to carry out a new U.S. policy of proactive rescue and relief for Nazi victims. Its efforts saved tens of thousands of lives. The United States entered the World War II in December 1941 after Japan
Which
attacked
is crazy,
Pearl Harbor.
because the Olympics were in 1936, meaning that this was already going on for about 5 years, 6 years.
Really? How many Jewish people got killed in the Holocaust?
Bro, there's so many people that got killed in the Holocaust. So many. It's unbelievable how many people got killed.
Albanian 200, Austria 185,000, Belgium 90,000. Number of Jews killed. It says 11 million victims of the Holocaust, or 6 million Jewish victims and 5 million non-Jewish. He killed 11 million people, or maybe he didn't kill 11 million people, but they were in the Holocaust. 11 million people. Have you ever watched The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
Yes. Well, you gotta understand, most of these people that didn't believe in Nazis and knew that they had family members, or they knew people that were Jewish, you gotta understand, bro. Germany had a lot of Jewish people in their community. A lot of them. There was neighbors. They would hide their neighbors.
I would hide my neighbors too.
They would hide them.
It's not cool to just go kill a bunch of people for no reason.
I read this book. It's called Finding a Star. And it's about this girl that she has blonde hair and blue eyes, but her family is Jewish, meaning their eyes are brown and not
blue.
Yeah, blue. meaning that they were Jewish. Like, just, they look different from her, bro.
Yeah, because Jewish people didn't really have blonde hair, blue eyes, did they?
Make her the guy, because this story is crazy, because you'd have to read this book. It's called Finding a Star. I think it's called Finding a Star. It's a Jewish book. But this girl gets taken in by their neighbors. Their neighbors take care of her, dude. And they make her pass by as one of their daughters.
Really?
Dude, when they find out, it's wild. Like, they take them to concentration camps. The guy that helped them literally gets killed in the street. Like, he doesn't even make it to the concentration camp.
Damn.
The dad, you know? The dad that helps him, he gets killed. And everybody else gets sent to the concentration camp. Just gnarly shit. These people, dude, would live. I'm talking about, there's people that maybe 15, 20 people in some attics, Dave. Hiding.
Pack in there like a
packed
whole wiener.
Like a pack of sardines.
Yeah, like a bunch of Mexicans trying to get across.
In a fucking semi. And you know they do that still to this day. People died. So many people have died in semis.
Yeah, just trying to get to
America. But you know what? I think that there was a bigger purpose to all that stuff. And I think maybe even fucking Hitler was not even killed, because they never found his body, bro.
Yeah, really? Let's check that out.
Hitler's body, bro. When they went into the bunker, it was a woman, the body that they had. It wasn't Hitler's body. Look.
Adolf Hitler committed suicide via gunshot on the 30th of April of 1945 in the Furtenhaker in Berlin, after it became clear that Germany would lose the Battle of Berlin, which led to the end of World War II in Europe. His wife of one day also committed suicide taking cyanide. Damn, his wife killed herself too?
Yeah, which I think they found her body. They didn't find his body.
It says, in accordance with Hitler's prior written and verbal instructions that afternoon, their remains were carried up the stairs. I think they were burned. They were doused in petrol and burned. Yeah, so his body got burned. He wanted his body to be burned because they didn't want anybody to study his brain. I think that's why that's what like they said on like at school and stuff. Like they burned his body because he didn't want nobody to study his brain.
What if he didn't even die, Dave?
It's possible that,
what if he didn't
like they say that
die?
Hitler had a time machine.
There's a picture where he's in. Why is there Black Ops 2?
Yeah.
Encrypted messages. We were just talking about that. Encrypted messages. Why the fuck would they even put that in a video game? What about last year when we're playing Warzone? Christmas. What did they have, David?
I don't remember.
Playing in Warzone. They had a goat chasing you. It was a man goat chasing you on the map. You don't remember that? You remember when the goat would chase you and
out of nowhere?
Yeah, out of nowhere, and you were in the game? What the fuck is that about? During Christmas?
Yeah.
What the f*** is that about? I think it's all satanic. I think all these motherfuckers are satanic. You can't trust any of them, Dave. But
yeah, what else was I going to say? So, basically they say Hitler had these time machines, and like you were saying that some guy didn't believe us in the comments. We were talking about how Hitler used aliens.
Oh yeah, they used fucking
They used so much propaganda to get people to come
people
with
to
them.
get scared, and it was not only that, it was make them to push their agenda forward. But I you know what I did? I posted a
because they talk. I've heard that on multiple podcasts
that's not
about
only
the
that.
Nazis.
I'm gonna look up for the podcast where Jocko Willing talks to this,
And we'll link this
and he's,
podcast. In the
and
description.
he's a I think he's a Navy SEAL and fought in World War II, and he explains how the Germany, they used to use these tactics to scare the population. It scared people to keep them in their homes so that they could get raptured, so they could get picked up from their homes a lot easier. They would go knock, they'd obviously be home because they'd let out these alerts. Everybody has to stay home. There's something out
like they did to us when we had COVID.
Exactly.
Trying
Kinda
to
like
control
that.
us, basically.
But
yes.
they weren't controlling them. The United States is so much different because we don't give a fuck. America!
Because us American motherfuckers are going to sit there and we're not going to take
And I hope we continue to
the
do
Capitol
that.
got stormed, and that's why people were rioting, because the government should not be able to take control of what you're doing. You should be a
Exactly.
free person.
Exactly.
This country,
I agree
out of
with
our
everybody.
founding fathers, was made to be free.
Everybody gets their
This
own
country's
say.
free.
Everybody gets their own say. You want to be transgender? Good. Good for you. Keep it
Be
to
whatever the
yourself. Keep it to yourself. Say it out loud if you want to. That's fine. Don't push your agenda on anybody else.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
that's
your
good.
beliefs.
I don't know. I feel like it's...
They're trying to push their agenda on people. Like, you should not be trying to push that on somebody. Like, for example, I was listening to this podcast about this lady in Africa today.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how her country, they don't have freedom to just make a business. She wanted to make her own business. And the same business that she wanted to make in Africa took her 3 years to make. And it only took her 20 minutes in America.
Wow.
And she said that we're lucky as a country to have freeness and free will to go make our own business and create our own LLC and create what we want.
All these people that are...
Should not be controlled.
All these people that are... Oh, we have
Sick of
no...
that.
We have no rights. We have like... we're losing our power. Like,
We do have rights, but we gotta get across that we don't want them to do certain things, because they keep doing these certain things and they do them
I
behind
agree.
our back.
I agree. Like
instead
we
of
were
telling
talking
us.
about Edward Snowden. When 9/11 happened, he let us know that they were going to infiltrate our emails, our phone calls, our
And-
text messages, everything. Which means that they're watching. There's someone else watching.
That's all they do is they watch and watch and watch.
They're trying to play God.
But we can't let them do that.
They really are trying to play God. If you think about it, it seems like these motherfuckers are trying to play God.
Yeah, it does.
Like every time that I think about it, it just seems
So,
like they are.
what I wanted to get into too is that Edward Snowden, he gave the New York Times that fucking story a couple years or a year before they published it. And they didn't want to release it because the government said, you cannot release that. If you release it, we're going to blackball your company and we're not going to give you anything. So it took them...
he released it. Yeah.
Yeah, it took
he
them
had
about
to do
a...
it.
Yeah.
He had to.
Well,
he had
they
to
ended
leak
up...
it.
Yeah.
He
It
leaked
had to
it
get
himself.
leaked, yeah.
He leaked it himself.
I didn't know
Which that
exactly what happened there.
He's the
so.
fucking crazy motherfucking mastermind. Dude, he worked for the FBI. There's a video of him.
He worked
There's a
for the
movie.
FBI. He worked for multiple companies, and all
a
these
movie of
multiple.
him.
He wasn't even supposed to go to Hawaii and see none of that, and they sent him to Hawaii anyway. He he talks about it, and he says that they sent him to Hawaii, and he wasn't even supposed to go to this certain base, but they sent him anyway because he knew what he was doing so much, and he was controlling 3 or 4 different
it's
like
scary,
aspects
dude.
of
It's
the
just
CIA.
it's so much scary stuff that is going on right now. I'm a little frightened of what really, just life is, because these people are pushing to make us fight each other.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be us fighting each other. It should be us working together.
See, like when they seen that poor people, like white poor folks, were living near these black communities and all that stuff, and they had time to vote together, Dave, they're like, oh, we gotta separate this shit.
And that's why...
And they started creating riots with
Yep.
the KKK. They started creating the KKK and doing this, the movements to hate,
Listen,
hate crimes against
yeah.
black people.
It shouldn't be people in the human race against each other. It should be the human race against something else. It should be
In the Bible,
different.
Dave,
Color should not matter.
There is no scripture. I want to let you know right now, there is nothing that says there is race
Yeah, there shouldn't be
in the Bible.
So, you know what's crazy? You remember how we
that
were
is
talking about...
that is a man-made thing, Dave.
So, like, they were saying that Microsoft, it can see gender and it can see color and race. And you remember how we were talking about how certain people, they can, if you're a person of color, you could say the N-word on TikTok.
But what do you think it happens on Call of Duty?
Yeah.
When you play video games, when you actually, this is crazy because I haven't even talked about this ever, but I've made clips, video clips on the game, where I've said the word, and they block me off. Now I have friends that are black, and I follow other YouTubers that are black that say the word
N-word.
yes. Sorry. Anyway, I was about to say it again. Anyway, and they don't get demonetized.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
Does it seem that they're listening or that they're watching? I feel like they're watching. How could they listen? Or they're doing both things. Just like they're listening to this podcast right now. These motherfuckers.
We did a podcast a couple weeks ago, or
that was
last
weird.
week with my boy Angel.
That was weird.
And
It's just
we
been
can't get the
weird.
video. We can't get the video, and I know, like, we're gonna have to redo the podcast, honestly, because unless I could figure out a way to recover and recoup this video, that's the reason that this video is going up a little late, if it does go up. But we were talking
I
about
don't
a
even
lot of
even talked about anything too crazy. I just feel like these
That's why
on us.
KSO usually records on his phone, but we can't.
Yeah, it's just and it's nothing wrong with my phone. Like, we just checked it right now too. Like, I have literally just checked my iCloud and it says I have space.
If anybody knows anything of why a video would get corrupt and why you wouldn't be able to airdrop it to anybody, please put it in the fucking comments, because we're trying to figure this shit out. We don't want to get rid of this podcast. It's like,
We might just have to do it over again. I mean, I really don't care. That if we have to do it over again, that's fine.
yeah, we will.
We will.
But this episode,
the fact that
hopefully, is
that it
good.
got corrupted like that, it was weird because we can't even listen to the video.
Can't even watch it. Nothing.
Nothing.
I
Can't
mean,
even do nothing.
Technically, I still can release the episode through audio, but we don't have a video. So.
But it's like I try to air like,
the fucking Matrix,
airdrop it to
dude. They're
you.
getting to us.
and I can't even fuck.
Do
It
not-
doesn't even load.
Tell them, KSO, do not let the Matrix get a hold of you.
The Matrix. Take the red pill. Take the red pill.
Oh.
And fuck be alive.
You know,
You're welcome.
we should talk about that. Andrew Tate and his brother right now, they're going through sexual traffic stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they don't even have anything
Tate.
against them.
Free Tate.
And it's not America. that is putting the
Sweden.
sexual charges on
It's
him. It's Sweden. And what I think is bullshit is that they don't have any fucking evidence against these people, and they're still fucking doing it. Just
Looking
get your
for-
pipe, dude.
I'm looking for my pan. I don't know where my pan went. I want to smoke that.
Lately, I haven't been
pan.
smoking the wax pen because I have asthma and whatnot.
I want to hit the
And I've been
pan.
leaning off this QVAR inhaler, like
Hold
I
on.
said before, and it's kind of starting to mess with my lungs a little bit because I haven't been taking my medicine. But I don't want to have my lungs depend on something. You know, you shouldn't have your lungs depending on medication, like how these medical companies want you to depend on certain things, like as far as drugs.
Well,
What
that's
do you
great.
think about that shit?
Oh man, dude, they make you. So like, I seen this video
That-
where there's this.
They want you to rely on
It's
fentanyl.
They want you to rely on everything. There's this Navy veteran, or I think it's a Marine veteran, and she's at a Congress meeting, explaining to everybody that, you know what, this is what's going on. This is how many pills I have to take every so often. Dude, she had like 10 bottles in front of her of pills. And then she was like, thank God I'm a registered nurse and know that I can't drink this with this and this with this. Because if I drank this together, I would die.
And a doctor
And
prescribed
the
those
doctor
to her?
prescribed them to her.
Wow.
Yes.
And
we are killing our own people. It's time for us to stand the up and say fuck these pharmaceutical companies
These
trying
large
trying to
pharmaceutical
shove
companies.
these pills down our throats and try to tell us what the fuck is good for us.
And that's what. So my grandpa, he
You
had
know-
heart
oh my God.
surgery.
That's what I wanted to talk about to you. My boss, his wife, got a stent
In her heart.
in her heart. And these motherfuckers were cheap and they didn't want to put this medicated stent in her heart. So it started clogging up again. They had to redo. So before they redid that, she started having problems and had a blood clot in her lung
Wow.
because of this stent that they, which is medical malpractice, because it's obviously you're something wrong. You made the patient have something worse, which I think that these people are doing medical malpractice without even knowing it, because I feel like doctors are indoctrinated into this. Oh, you have to know this, you have to learn this, you have to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Teaching Chong shit.
The machine. Anyway, but
Taste that shit.
is it good?
Sorry for interrupting, but
Is it good?
dude, it's good. Hit that, dude. So, basically, my grandpa, he got a stent in his heart, and he hasn't been doing very good with it. But I know, like, if it were the past,
Well, now I want to talk to your grandpa about it.
yeah, and if this were the oh,
Sorry.
wait till Queso stop coughing.
Sorry.
Good,
It's anyway, but now I want to talk to your grandpa about it
yeah. So
because it made me
maybe
think about
if we can't get him like to come be on it, maybe we could call him or something, and we could talk on the phone or something.
yeah, have him
But,
let him know about what we think is going on about that. Because I really think
Really,
when he told me that, Dave, I got scared.
yeah.
Like my heart,
I
like,
don't.
dropped. I was like, oh fuck.
I know this is weird to say because he's really old, but you know, my grandpa's
not
one
that
of my
old,
best
but
friends. You know,
But he's not old, Dave.
he's my grandpa. You know, he's the one that he's basically my third dad. You know,
Yeah,
second dad. I say he's my first dad. Fuck it. Then there's
Yeah, I know. I
But-
get it.
he did a lot for me, you know, when I grew up and everything like that. I know your grandpa, you know, I don't really
Oh,
want to get
yeah.
into this, but you know, he passed
Oh,
away.
my
of a
grandpa
heart
was
attack,
badass,
you know?
dude. My grandpa was a
But-
bad motherfucker.
Yeah, you
Still
talked
to
about
this
him a
day,
lot.
bro. He's like it's funny
He
because
sounds cool.
like he just was one of those guys that you couldn't whatever the did, bro. It better be good. He was that type of person. That's why my dad is like, to me, bro. I try to make my dad like, like I make him as proud as I can. Try to make him like, let him know, hey, I'm here for you. I'm your son. I teach it like you don't understand, Davey. My dad was, his dad was very rough with him, bro. Never said I love you. Never said I love you. To my dad, that was a big thing, But my grandpa later on in the years before he died and stuff like that, he tells my dad, you know what, son, I'm proud of you. And my dad's like, dude, I wish I was like you. You're so stoic, strong. You never felt like I never felt you weak, And he's like, no, son, I wish I was more like you. Because you are good with your family. You treat them good. You treat your mom good. You treat your brothers good. Like, imagine how that fucking felt. Like, I tell my dad, I was like, Dad, that must have felt like your whole world is coming down. Like, oh, thank you for even acknowledging that. Because that dude was badass. That dude didn't tell you, good job. You know how I'd be like to you, hey, Davey? Yeah. Nah, bro, he wasn't like that. He wasn't like that. He was just, he would watch you. You did something good? Walk away. He wouldn't say a damn thing to you. I remember him going to my games there, to soccer games.
Oh, yeah, he'd pull up.
He would just walk. And he was Chad, dude. He was he would wear his boots and his hat everywhere. Everywhere he went, David. Everywhere he went. He was tight. He was tight. Always wearing it. Always wearing a watch, bro. Always looking sick as he always had chains on. My grandpa was tight, bro. But he was he was Mexican as and I remember he would walk around in the corner. He wouldn't stay with the family. He wouldn't stay with the family, but he'd walk around. He'd be like holding his foot. That's like that. Just watching the game. That's my Gramps right there, dog.
That's crazy. That's what I call my grandpa, Gramps.
I'd be like, that's my Gramps right there. And I felt proud. That's what I tell you now. Because I don't have my grandpa's food. Both my grandpas, which
I know I need to really start hanging up my grandparents
died,
more.
Bro. One after the other, dog. I didn't get the time. Literally, I went with my grandpa after, literally my dad's dad dies. And I go over there, because my dad didn't let me go see him, bro. You gotta understand, my dad didn't let me go see my grandpa when he dies. I didn't go see him.
Did you feel like you wanted to go see him?
Oh, yeah, dude. It destroyed me. I tell my dad to this day, I was like, hey, Dad, I wish I could. See, I get emotional because of that. But it's like, Dad, I would have really, really liked to go. Even if it would have been
what's crazy?
The last thing.
So, on Fabian's funeral, they had him in his casket. But I didn't go see him. I didn't. Because I knew, I was already in the funeral, and I was already crying so bad, fool, that I couldn't even breathe. Because, Fabian, he was
I didn't either, bro.
He was my second brother,
I seen his pops, bro. I seen his pops, too. And you know what? I just didn't want to see Fabes.
I couldn't do it. I
didn't want to.
I
didn't want to
cry.
No, hey, it's all good. It's all good.
No, but
it's a pod, bro. It's us, dog. Yeah, I know.
Son of a bitch.
It's rough.
No, but Fabian, he was like my brother. It sucks that I lost him. It's hard to, get over that. I'm still not over it.
Yeah,
I still can't. You're never that he died.
You're never gonna be over it. It's the worst feeling ever. Cause still to this day, dude, I talk to my dad and it's like, oh, I wish he was here. You know, it's like, it'd be so much different.
Way different.
Like, there's shit that my family goes through, my dad goes through. Dude, I don't talk about anything about my family. Ever.
Yeah.
I don't say anything about them. Because I'm so honestly, I'm a little far away from my fam. It's sad. Hey, we get it deep, dog. We get deep.
I know.
But like,
son of a.
That, like, when I was with my family, I was always there, dude. You gotta understand, like, I'm like I am with you guys, and I'm serviceable, David. You could use me, whatever. Use me as a mop, but I'm there, dog, and I'll help you. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't leave you hanging. I never leave Steve hanging. Never. I never leave I try to do my best. I'm not perfect, but I try my best. And you know what? You know what happens to me? Sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm tired of everyone bull me, and I'm just like, everybody. I want to see if somebody helps me. Sometimes it feels like there's no one helping me.
A lot of the times it feels like that, honestly. Like, a lot of the people, they won't, you like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You give people rides home and for work and stuff like that, but there's nobody to give you a ride home.
Yeah, like one day, I remember, like, which is funny. Like, I just think about this, like, dude, I gave this, like, I don't even want to. I don't even want to call it. No, like, I don't even want to call this guy out because it's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault. I took this guy for a week, all week to work and stuff like that. He gets his truck fixed. Somehow my truck got up the next week. Dude, I literally called my boss. I was like, "Hey, bro, I can't go," and he was supposed to go there. He didn't want to come pick me up, bro. I was like, "Damn!"
Like, damn, I picked you.
Like, I picked your ass up for a whole week. It makes you think, like, but I don't think about it like that no more, because I think God puts things in front of you, puts evil people in front of you, so you could either choose to be like that or to be different, to be like, you know what, that even if you want to be like that, that's not my mission with God.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
It's not the right thing to do.
Exactly. So you're like, no, I don't care. And lately I've been doing that. I've been not caring what kind of relationship I have with other people. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Them. God will keep, like, it's funny because I told God, I was like, you know what? I don't care if you destroy all relationships around me.
Like,
I want you to, if you want me to be good, and they, like, dude, literally, I don't want to be a bad person, and I never want to be a bad person. I want to be a good person. Treat people right.
You should always treat people with how you want to be treated.
Exactly. And I could see when someone's like, I'm so tuned in with myself, like, with the person that I am, like, it's just weird. Like, I know myself. I could just know when you're out of pocket or when someone's out of pocket. Like, I could feel it. Like, Dad's always like, you're crazy. You always say that shit. You always say that shit. No, dude, it's weird, but I'm just so tuned in with myself, how I fucking perceive myself, the way I would act around other people. Yeah. All that shit is visible with we humans, before we knew that we were fucking conscious, Dave, before we actually seen ourselves in a mirror, and we're like, holy shit, what the fuck am I?
I'm a
you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
I'm looking at my
exactly.
Right now,
before
and I can see
before we recognized what we were so much different. It's just weird the way that life works, but we were so much different. We didn't think about our insecurities, none of all that shit. we thought it was like normal to live and fuck. Oh, I fucking catch a fucking fish. I killed this bear the other day. I ate all his meat. And back then, these motherfuckers wouldn't cook it.
They just eat it.
Hate it. I have said that. That's why it's.
But they didn't know that it could sick.
They
didn't know.
They wouldn't get sick.
It's because
our
we
immune
have
system has changed so much. It's so crazy. They didn't know how to make a fire till God knows when.
I gotta take a piss. This will be the first time I ever took a piss on the podcast
You're gonna have to go give me a beer.
I'll grab us beers too.
Yep.
Oh, I might as well go piss in the mason jar, dude.
Oh no. Calm down, Ari. Jesus Christ. Davy's feeling the buzz.
Yeah,
He's feeling the
3
buzz.
beers deep, dude.
3 beers deep? Come on, Davy. Jesus.
I gotta piss.
Hurry up. Wow. This feels amazing. I don't know whether or not I like this conversation. Are we okay, people? Psych, I think we're okay. You know what? I feel like people need to realize that this society is coming to an end. Maybe not all society, but maybe the United States. It's rough. What we are going through as a country, we need to stick together. And God knows what the we're gonna do. Because I feel like we're living through a state where anything is possible and all agendas are able to get through, which is crazy.
Oh, dude, I had to piss. Here you go.
Jeez, I got you. I made you cry. Now I made you go take a piss. Now what?
I know you wanted to cry too, dude. It's okay.
Oh yeah, it was a little much.
I didn't really cry. I just kind of, had a moment.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even drop a tear in my ears. My eyes just like, just thinking about, Fabian was really like my brother, But how you were saying, we were talking about the ride thing, but how you want people to hit you up, but you don't hit them up, type of thing. Like how I showed you that the guy that made us the logo, my homie Kevin that made us the logo?
Yeah, shout out to Kevin.
One stack on Instagram.
One stack on Instagram. Yup. You up, bro.
Listen.
We got some work for you. Don't worry.
You know how I met him?
How?
In high school. Freshman year, I met him.
And how was that?
Me and him, we were doing
what are you guys doing?
in the gym class. We'd be doing slap boxing competitions.
Oh shit! So you guys were catching him up?
Yeah, we were catching him, but really, what it was is, I felt like he was like my brother, basically.
Around, yep.
And
see, back then, high school friendships were so genuine.
Yeah.
Because people actually hung out with each other because they thought they were cool.
Yeah.
Not because anything else. It wasn't like everybody got each other. They understood each other. It was a camaraderie, like a camaraderie or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it should be. If your homie's your homie, he should be your homie. And,
See, I still have a lot of high school friends, and they've been liking the pod. They've been, Jesus, my nigga, you've been
Jesus
liking every
Zepeda?
yes, bro. He's been liking every fucking. That's my nigga Yito, bro.
That's dope.
He's been hit. I'm gonna have you on, bro, just because of that.
Once we get our
That's
setup,
my boy.
we're
That's
trying
my
to
boy
work
from
more on
years,
our
bro.
setup. As you guys can see, we got it a little different now. But I promise you, in a couple months,
It's gonna be looking a lot better. I'm excited.
we're actually gonna do.
We're doing it. This is something I want to push, and I'm really excited for. No
'Cause-
matter what, I'm really pushing
Well,
for this.
I don't know if you know this, KSO, but like when I was younger and shit, I had YouTube channels and shit.
Yeah.
And I really wish I would have kept going with
See,
it.
I've never wanted to be
fuck.
this.
Really?
I've never wanted to do this.
My
Ever.
whole life,
And
KSO.
now it's like, hey,
I think why.
this shit.
You know,
scared. I'm not scared at all. Let's just
We
fucking do it.
food. This is
Like-
this is something we want to do, and
I really like this.
If you guys actually want to do something, just go
fuck
fucking do it.
Honestly,
Because we're sick of waiting. We're sick of just. We have to follow something.
we're always
fool.
like, oh, we'll do it. We'll do it some other day. We'll do
And
it.
I feel like
But nah,
we're
you
getting
gotta-
better.
And we are. I feel like we're just around, just talking shit. We got a little fuck up today, you know.
Gonna go get a haircut from Javi on Saturday. Fuck, I
Javi,
need a haircut.
my boy. I miss you, my boy. We gotta have
I
Javi
need a
here
haircut,
too.
dude.
Blueprint Pod. They just dropped a new podcast too.
Yep.
You guys should go look at that up if you guys want some real estate on some help for real estate. You know, not only for that, for also for people that are Hispanic that don't really understand what to do. Go look at that pod. It's
And,
good. It's
One
free.
day, you know, I'm gonna have to learn some Spanish.
Well, you're gonna have to because we're gonna have a pod.
I've been
in Spanish.
I've been thinking about that a lot and how like your main language is Spanish. Fool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you come on here and you speak English the whole time, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
KSO is really perfecting this. Like I feel like from the first podcast that we did,
That's funny.
like you're speaking like so much clearer, fool. Like I feel like it's
That's
helping
weird.
so much, like
That's
making
weird.
it clearer.
I guess so, but I feel like I've always talked English, bro. Like,
Well, do
Yeah,
you feel
but
like English is your
see, you
first
gotta
language or your
understand.
second language?
So now that I date Dave's sister.
Let's not talk
So-
about that.
Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Don't fucking touch me. That's that shit. Back the fuck up, dude.
Anyway,
Fuck
so anyway,
I'm just kidding.
but yeah, they don't really speak Spanish at all, so I have to bring that down. But what you know what's funny, when I used to work with my other boss, Jorge, I would speak to him in Spanish all the time, dude. All the time. But when I talk to my dad and I talk to my mom, all I speak is Spanish, bro. I don't change that. When I have kids, I'm going to teach them Spanish. They're going to have to learn Spanish because I want them to learn. When I want to take them to Mexico, fool. You know what I'm saying? I want to teach them about how bad like life is out there, bro. I'm going to take your ass out there. I want you to
I know.
go see, bro.
I know. Like
I want
like
you to
I
go,
said,
just go see. Like, you don't even have to do anything, bro. All you do is see out there. You think the parks here are cool, bro?
So
It's crazy.
in school, right? We had this Spanish teacher in 5th grade, and she showed us this movie where these kids, they were on a soccer team.
Oh,
And-
it's so
and
sad,
they were never
dude.
they
That's so
never
sad.
seen grass before in their entire life.
All they played was in dirt.
But they came to America
you watch
and they
that
seen
movie?
grass. Yeah, I watched the whole movie.
Wow.
I remember
You're gonna
it
have
so
to look.
clearly.
You're gonna have to look it up.
What movie is it?
It's called.
They see grass and it's like the most amazing thing they've ever seen in their entire life.
It's a sad movie, dude.
And they're like staying in like churches and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make their soccer team big,
Yeah.
basically.
And they all work together to get this. And it's a Mexican movie. Actually.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It
It made me-
I don't know if it was in Spanish or not,
It's in Spanish.
because I think
It's
I
a
read the
Spanish movie.
subtitles.
It's a Spanish movie.
And they were like, it was just such a good movie, like to see like that. And like I was talking about the lady in Africa earlier, she was talking about how her country was like, there's nothing there. And people with PhDs and doctor degrees, they're trying to be street vendors because they can't do anything with their degrees. They don't know. They can't do anything out there with it. And I was like, wow, like we really have something
But
in America.
you don't
know?
think they would try to? Well, I mean, I
They-
guess
they can't, fool, if-
because
if-
they gotta go against the law. And all
Yeah,
that
it's
shit.
like-
It's just like a whole
But
fucking ordeal.
you shouldn't just be comfortable where you're at. You should be trying to, level
Well,
up.
see,
but
that-
at the same time,
That brings it back to language. Like
That's how they-
my whole time, like this whole time when I was a kid, bro. Like I remember going to kindergarten not knowing how to speak English. You know what I'm saying? I did preschool,
see, and that's
but-
something that I never went through.
but
either, so.
I didn't learn. They don't teach you English in preschool.
Yeah.
You know, I learned English when I was in kindergarten
So how did you learn English?
school. I remember I had ELD. Do you know what ELD is?
English.
English Developing Learning. I had that shit I had it till about 4th grade. And I remember when I passed, because, dude, I would work hard. My dad, you gotta understand, this is what goes on in a Mexican household, Dave. Your dad gets a fucking paper from fucking the government, and it's like, read this, motherfucker. Read it. Read it. Come on. And you're like, fuck. And you're like you're a kindergarten first grader, and you're like, let's see this shit.
What the fuck did you say?
And you're reading it, and you're like, I don't fucking know. They're like, you fucking don't know fucking, you know English and you don't know how to read? You fucking
Idiot.
yeah. That's what happens in a Mexican household. I promise you, it's happened to every fucking person that is Hispanic, Mexican, or that knows Spanish at least. I remember my dad telling me, "What is this?" He would be so upset that I didn't know how to read it, bro. Like, it was so important to him.
That,
like, his bills, his everything. Like, to him was very important. He wanted to be a straight-laced guy. You know what I'm saying? So, my ass got it like,
you have to, yeah.
I
You didn't
have
really
to
have a choice.
Like, I was like, my dad, like, it was unconscious because you don't even think about it like that. I don't even think about it like, oh, my dad needs it. Because I never thought about it like that. I never did. I promise you. But you could ask any of my cousins. You could ask anyone.
You were thinking of it as making it as
easier
better
for my dad, bro. And it was
like that too. But I feel like you were trying to. He was teaching you like you have to learn this.
Yeah, you have to.
You
have to learn how to translate this. And dude, when I'm telling you, I started learning how to translate. Dude, he would have me sitting here with him listening to English music in English. just fucking just things that he would listen to back in the day, and he's like, I want you to translate this whole song for me.
That's
and
dope.
I can do that. She'll literally sit there and translate a song.
Do you feel like you could speak Spanish better or speak English
I
better?
could speak both of them.
You think?
The
KSO's bilingual, dude.
Like, yeah, you know, like, it's funny that you say it like that, but I'm proud of that. Because, like, dude, when you...
Yeah, see, I wish
like,
I spoke Spanish,
when you
too.
go somewhere, dude,
and
and then they speak Spanish to you, and you understand them, the face of their relief, it's like, oh, this guy fucking
I don't have to speak
It's
English.
like, yeah, it's like, oh, this fucking
God.
like people, you know, like
people on job sites all the time, they try to talk to me and shit.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
try to learn basic shit.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
Because my girlfriend, she said she learned it basically from just listening to music too. Like how you said, you were translating the music.
So
I feel like I've been learning a little bit. Because, like, they'll be saying some stuff, like, saying certain things, and I'll be like, oh, you mean this? And he's like, yeah. And I'll be like, okay. You want to end it, KSO?
Nah, we're good. Nah, but I do.
We're already at 1 hour and 27 minutes.
We're not that bad. That's not that bad. That's pretty good. That's our best one.
Yeah, longest one, dude, but finish the beers.
Yeah, let's finish this one here, because I'm still fucking full. Anyway.
Full of courageous enthusiasm.
It makes me feel like that I can help people, bro. You know what I wanted to be when I was younger? I wanted to be a cop.
Really?
I really wanted to be a cop.
You op-ass motherfucker. I'm just you
not
gonna ass.
I wanted
6'9"
to be
ass. I'm just playing, dog.
No, but I did want to be a cop.
Why did you want to be a cop?
I wanted to be, like, patrolling shit. And if I could help people... You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what's crazy?
Not like give them. You gotta understand. Like, I don't want to give people passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just.
It shouldn't be like that, though.
It shouldn't be like that. Exactly. I didn't want to do that.
But you can't
but
be
I
a dick
wanted,
about it.
But I wanted
KSO
to,
wanted to be
wanted to be the person that was like, sees a family with a mom that doesn't have a license, with their kids in the back, no seatbelts, no nothing. Tell her, you know what? Give them a scare. Don't get me wrong.
Shouldn't lock somebody up for that.
Yes,
take
bro.
their kids.
Yes, bro. Scare them. Yes, but try to be a better person.
It should be a lesson instead of
yes, bro.
enforcement.
Like why are we hiring police officers that don't even live in our area?
Yes.
That don't even know the people. Back in the day, that's all they did. They hired people that lived in the area. And they knew the people. And they would be like, you know what? I pulled this guy over and I know who he is. I actually know this guy goes to the gym.
He lives right here.
He lives
and I
over
went to
here.
school with
yeah,
this
I
one.
grew with this guy. He was the fuck
Like-
down the street. But now, no, we have so many fun districts. We have people from other districts coming over here. That means they don't give a single fuck about the people that live in this area.
Yeah. They just want to enforce a law that they know something
Which is,
about.
dude.
And
Don't you think that it should be people that live
Yes,
in
it
this
should
area?
be.
And
And
know people here?
should be like that, yes. So my homie, his name's Jacob, right? His dad is like a police officer, and he goes with his dad, and he learns how to do.
He has
he-
fucking
but
ride-alongs, huh?
That, but I don't know if he does ride-alongs or not. I've never asked him before.
Well, those are ride-alongs.
But
if
he
you
goes-
ride with his dad.
He works like not for his dad, but like he goes and he does like school and stuff for it, like training and shit. And I was like, you see, like it should be somebody of your community that should go and become a police officer, because when they do, they're not just going to be enforcing a law. They're going to want to make a point, and they're
good
going to want to be
cops.
not. Yeah, there's not. Everybody's not bad, you know.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Oh.
I've had good experiences with cops. And then this because it's over, but we're gonna have to keep going. They should it on us, boys and girls. We were just talking about.
It's hot and dead.
We were talking about police officers. Keep them in mind. Do
Yeah,
not
just
let them take away your thinking of them being good people. They are good people.
they are.
They were someone's kid, like you are someone's kid. Realize that we all have downfalls.
We're all humans.
Exactly.
Think
And
of everybody as babies.
we are all babies. We have been losing this battle of humanity against AI.
Stress and problems in life.
We are here together, and we need to stick together for as long as we can. For all of you guys, this is the K&D Show.
Yup.
Let's go.
We're out, boys.
Yo, yo.